How do you actually make successful changes inside of your business? I was sitting with a multi-million-dollar brokerage the other day, and this was one of the biggest things that we covered. So when you need to make changes to your SOPs, so your systems and processes within the business, you need to assume that whatever your baseline is, you are going to drop by 20% just due to the fact that it changes. Now, knowing that, it means that if you have a team of 10 brokers, you are then, or anyone like salespeople, anything like that, you are then going to have 10 people that are performing at 80%. So what do? You try it with one person instead of with 10 people, and you have a 1 to 3 month trial. And within this period of time, you need to ensure that the change you are making has a minimum of a 20% increase in either productivity, revenue, or whatever the metric that you're trying to change. The reason why 20% is because you will see a 20% drop. And when you change the whole team, it will take 1 to 3 months of a 20% drop to basically return to it. So you then need to sit at a minimum of a 20% gain for 3 months just to account for the fact that you lost that revenue. So imagine that, 3 months of 20% drop. And then you make a change and there's a 20% increase now. So that 20% increase on your baseline means that you've now canceled out. So within 6 months, you've had 3 months of drop, you've had 3 months of increase. That means you made a change to the SOP and you had to invest 6 months worth just to now see the influence and basically the results of what you changed. So you have to be very careful when making changes to systems and processes within the business. You have to make sure that's the rule you follow. There's a minimum 20% increase in whatever metric you're doing, because I promise you, when you make change, there's obviously the concept of inertia, which means you make change and people are going to hate it. So you need to make sure in business that you actually don't change things too often, because not just because people won't like it, because it needs to be strategically placed so that you don't make the issue of dropping it for too long and never getting that increase back. Because when you make a change, you have a 100% chance of having a different result. Think about it like that. You nearly have a 100% chance of a different result. So you need to make sure you're actually getting the benefit when you roll it out. So you roll it out with one person, you make sure there's a 20% increase, and then you know it's going to take minimum 3 to 6 months to see the effect of the change that you made to the process, so make it worth it.